If you are enjoying the story so far and need more Dungeons and Dragons in your life, I invite you to check out another group called the Long Past Podcast. They are working their way through heroism and tragedy in the events of the Cragan War. Their name and link are in the description below. Welcome back to the land of the hunter. Deep inside the earth, Adran, Thía, Del, and Varin have searched in hope of finding magic items, but so far have only encountered terrible foes. A room full of moving items and statues was only the prelude to a massive statue, a flying suit of armor, and a starkly beautiful woman with snakes for hair and a stony stare. Now let's get into it. So I'm going to move you guys on over to the fight. And we're just going to dive right on in. As a reminder, okay, there we go. Adran, you are currently concentrating on Gust of Wind.
Yep.
As long as no one breaks your concentration, or if you don't use your concentration on something else, it will end round 14 on your turn.
Okay.
Varin is currently concentrating on Hunter's Mark with a sling in one hand and Darkling Dagger in the other. And you may notice that I've added a new effect for Adran, a reddish-looking wind blowing through the area of the statue. That is your Gust of Wind, sir.
Hee.
Alright, I'm going to make my character disappear for a second. And we're back. So, we're at the top of the round of round 5. So we've been in combat for about half a minute. Let me move my tracker over, out of the way. And we are going to go straight to Adran. It is your turn, sir.
So I'm going to attack this suit of armor with my sanguine nonetheless.
Okay. Now, as a note, you can do that and then bonus action, or you could bonus action and then attack. It's up to you.
I was going to attack first and then bonus action.
Fair enough. Go for it.
All right. Here's the first shot.
That is... So you go to stab at him. He is kind of like flying... he's about 5 feet off the ground. He swings his shield down and slaps the edge of the shield across your Sanguine Nonetheless's burning edge, pushing it ineffectually out of the way.
Yeah. And then, of course, I go and swing at it again.
Go for it. However, his swing apparently knocked him a little bit off balance, and you slip around behind his shield and stab him for 11 points of fire damage.
Nice.
All right.
And then my last one.
He is badly hurt.
On
Go
him.
for it. A 12. He ducks completely underneath your blade and shoves it up and away with his shield.
And then I use my bonus action to direct the gust of wind towards him.
Okay. You go ahead and rearrange your gust of wind. I'm going to put the gust of wind spell in the chat.
Okay.
For my own reference. Each creature that starts its turn in the line. Okay. Awesome.
The
so you
gust
can
of wind
readjust.
also seems to be caught on the wall. I can't move it.
Oh, I see. allow me to assist you then.
Thank you.
Does that help?
I sure hope so.
Let's see if you can adjust it while I advance the turn tracker. Just let me know when you feel you've adjusted it to your liking.
I think that's about as best as I can do for adjustments.
Perfect. Alright then. Hang on one second. Thea, with your position, am I muted or? No. Okay, good. With your position, you hear a rustling, shuffling noise as something new slides off the edge of the precipice towards the bottom of the map. And you turn and glance out of the corner of your eye as a scarecrow comes dropping into the room.
Okay.
So let's see who it can see. It can see, let's see, with that position, I don't think I can just have, no, I can see Varin from where it is, between the legs of this enormous statue. So, I'd actually argue that, Adran's probably the least likely to be seen at this current point. There we go. Now he has hit my health bar. So he's going to look at, excuse me, Varin. And try and frighten Varin with its terrifying glare. So Steel Will up and Wisdom saving throw. Varin resists its influence and is not terrified. Adran, from your position, you actually hear a different sound. Instead of the flump flump of hay moving across the stone, an odd sound in and of itself, you hear the flap of leathery wings. And as you glance, let me make sure you actually can see it. Yeah, you can see it. You glance to the side, just in time to see, it's kind of an odd image. It looks as though a stalagmite has sprouted tentacles with suction cups and opened a set of eyes around its conical point, and it's flapping down from out of the ceiling, and it goes right at Del. So let's do this. Del can see it, so it doesn't get advantage. Oh my, it gets a 23 to hit. Del takes 5 points of bludgeoning damage. If I can type it in right, there we go. And this creature is attached into Del now, clinging onto him with its multiple tentacles. It has not grappled him, just attached to him. Let's do... Sure, that. Alright. Del yells in surprise and terror like, "What is this?" And the armored statue that's flying above you, sir, it has to make a strength saving throw, correct? And you're muted, so I don't know what you're saying. Adran is still muted. Cool. Alright, so let's see. Strength saving throw.
Yes, a strength saving throw. I think it has to be above 15.
Yes, so let's do that. Welcome back, by the way.
Thank you.
It gets a 7. So it's blown, tumbling, helmet over boots, 15 feet back. Wrong movement. Let's put that. Let's see, go back. There we go. Now I can reach the creature. And slams into the sapphire thrones. Because of the physical obstruction, it can't go any further.
Yep.
I'm looking at the wrong description here. There we go. So 15 feet. So it has to spend 2 feet. So basically, it's difficult terrain now. So it has to. Let's see. What is its speed?
For every foot,
Speed
he has
is-
to spend at least 2 feet.
Right. So effectively, it's like difficult terrain. All right. So 10, 20. He is able to actually get right up to you, although he is pushing hard to get there. And then he's going to bring his longsword up and swing down upon you, sir.
I
Getting a 15 and a 13, slamming in against your shield with nearly bruising force. Alright, Thía, it is now your turn. Do you wish to avert your gaze? Or, yeah, question for you. Which way are you facing?
She's facing the statue because she
Okay.
don't want to mess with the snake lady
Fair enough.
more than she really
In that
has
case,
to.
I will not ask you to avert your gaze or make the saving throw because your back is effectively to her.
Yeah, well, and I imagine that's probably why Thea probably only caught movement, doesn't even know that it's really a scarecrow.
Right.
That's what I'm imagining, because
Fair enough. You just see movement,
'Cause,
and you're
I
just
mean-
like, what is that?
she's having a hard time with her vision right now. So
Yeah, that is also true. If you wish to attack the statue, you may do so at normal.
Yeah, I think that's what she'll do,
and if
because
you- yeah,
getting more things off, because I'm pretty sure between the noise of the wind and the statue hitting the throne and everything else, she probably doesn't know what's going on with Dell.
howling, shrieking wind, metal clanging on precious stone. It's a weird day in your sensory head.
And she's probably got a headache on top of it all.
Oh, definitely.
So, yeah, she'll just attack the statue. Might as well get as many things off the field as possible.
Excellent. Go for it. A 10 is a nat 1, however. Your
Yeah.
vision is doubled, the noise is confusing, your head is hurting, and you just kind of like
That clang
thrust.
just felt like it was actually coming in her head. So
right, and so you go to thrust, and you just kind of like find out that you're leaning on your sword on the ground. Like, oh, I thought I thrust. I guess I dreamed it. Anything else for you, Thea? I believe you also have a dagger out, don't you?
I do. So let's go ahead and do that one also, because sneak attack is
dent the
good
helmet.
regarded.
26 will hit.
So let's do sneak attack.
All right, so that is going to be blunted because you're using, pardon me, an ordinary dagger. So that is 10 damage.
Some damage is better than no damage.
Precisely, especially looking at how badly hurt it is. Anything else for you, Thea? Do you want to move anywhere or stay where you are?
She'll stay where she's at.
All right. Now, I do realize that on your turn, Adran, I should have asked you to either divert your gaze or make a saving throw, so I'll have to remember that for next turn.
Okay.
We could just assume he had diverted his gaze, so...
Well, if he had, then he should have made his attacks at disadvantage.
Oh. So does that mean he
Right.
should make a save real quick?
I'm not going to worry about it because we're already more than halfway through the turn order.
That's fair.
I'm going to chalk that up to a DM oops.
That or his
All
character
right.
did specially well, that's all.
Yeah, just luck of the draw for him. The snake-haired lady is going to step here. So effectively, she's moving herself into your field of vision, although it is, confusing for you.
Yeah.
Let's see. And she is going to... she can't get any closer to Adran because of the gust of wind, but she is going to stab at you, Thea. There it goes. Good grief, that was a delay. I get a 21 and an 18.
The 21 hits.
Okay, and before you say anything else, I'm going to also make her the snake hair attack, which is a 14. Would you like to use Uncanny Dodge on that first hit?
Yes.
Alright, then you take 3 points of damage instead of 7.
Okay.
You see this, you have a brief moment of clarity, or perhaps it was more wooziness as you just kind of like lurch back and forth, and also the short sword goes slashing across the edge of your face instead of into your throat. Alright, so that is her turn. Varin is going to choose to avert his gaze, and then he's going to use his bonus action I'm on the wrong thing. Here we go. To activate Darkling Dagger. Then he's going to slide around here. And what this does, Thía, you're now enveloped within an area of darkness. This is going to remove all advantage and disadvantage and counter any attacks of opportunity. Does that make sense?
Yep, that makes sense.
Cool. And then Varin's going to use his action and his Darkling Dagger and then stab at this very annoying statue. Darkling Dagger. Here it is. At normal. Oh, yeah, both of those are going to hit.
Colossus Slayer.
So that is 21 points of damage.
Jackpot.
Boom,
Good job.
boom.
Darkling,
Right? Darkling Dagger slamming into the reverse knees, both of them. For 21. Watch that health. Oops. My health have actually, hit the right area. There we go. Watch that health bar.
Bloop. That's quite a chunk.
And it looks like it's about to return the favor because it can also make attacks at normal against both Thía and Varin. So actually, let me check something. Yeah. Adran, please roll me a d6.
Okay.
Oh, a 6. The statue opens its mouth, uttering a guttural, clattering, choking roar as it goes berserk. And it's going to attack the nearest creature it can see, which unfortunately is Adran.
Yeah.
Let me check something. Okay. So it's going to slam its huge clay-like fists at your face, sir.
Oh, Scorpion King. I mean, rock guy.
It gets a 15 and a 21. You hear and see it coming, and you quickly spin away from your armored opponent and counter its attacks with your shield, with your physical shield, because I believe, your armor class is 25.
Man, that was quite a rock.
And let me see something quick. Okay, so we move now to Dell's turn. He's going to attempt to use his action to break free of this thing that's clinging onto him and trying slowly to crush him.
Go, Dell, go.
So, strength
do
check.
it.
I was going to say he's going to cast guidance on himself, but he has to use his action to do that instead of making a strength check. So here goes with the strength check. That's literally just what he needed. Dell shoves the creature off of him. I don't know what this is, but I don't like... Ow! It ripped my skin off! And you can see that there are tiny rings in... Oops, wrong button. On Dell's skin where these suction cup suctions of this creature ripped skin off as he tried to push it off of him.
It's okay if you want to scream like a little girl. We won't judge.
Thía might, Varin yells from the darkness. Dell's going to run for it, but that will trigger an attack of opportunity from his hugger.
He does not give good hugs.
Yes, partner.
He does not give good hugs. Okay. A 15
Oof.
does actually hit. Dell takes another 5 damage. And the creature's attached once more, stuck to his back.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, so top of the round. Adran, you are suddenly confronted with a raging clay statue and a rather annoyed looking suit of armor that's flying. And Dell is running around with a weird leathery stalagmite stuck to his back and crushing him as it tries to eat him. What would you like to do, sir?
I would like to lose Gust of Wind. Or no, wait a second. Maybe... Can I still have it concentrate in a certain area but move away from that area? Or do I have to drop it all entirely?
It blows in the direction you choose from you. You are the source of the wind.
Oh,
So if you move right now, it's going to move and maintain its current direction.
mm-hmm.
And then once you're done moving, you can use a bonus action to change its aim.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yes, it does. So
Excellent. So if you want to make it easier on yourself, I would suggest that you just move your token to where you want to go,
okay.
and then worry about rearranging the gust of wind.
Well, I think I'm going to move towards Dell.
Okay?
See, I got 5.
And you don't
10,
have action surge available. You
15,
used it already.
20.
Oh, and before you do that,
What?
I need you to choose if you're going to avert your gaze or make a saving throw.
I am going to avert my gaze.
Excellent. Continue with your turn, sir.
Okay, so 5,
I remembered. Haha.
15, 20, 25, 30. I am now this close. I'm going to use my bonus action and direct my wind towards the
Okay.
rock giant, or whoever that guy is.
The clay giant.
Yes,
Now,
the clay
your
giant.
movement is going to trigger 2 attacks of opportunity. So
Right.
before you do anything with your gust of wind, here's from the statue. An 11 does not impress you, and here's from the armor when I find it. Yeah, both miss. Continue with your turn. Bonus action. Adjust your wind spell. Very nice.
Nope.
Wrong button.
It's going to... No.
Okay, you moved 30 feet. Do you need assistance with that spell, sir?
I'm just going to wing it.
Interesting appearance. Oh, there it goes.
Basically, I
Alright,
wanted to go that way.
That's fair. That works. That works for me. All right, what would you like to do with your action, sir?
So my action is I'm going to attack that whatever the tentacle weird licking hard thingamajigger is.
The thing stuck to Dell.
Yes. Although this
Excellent.
is where 30 feet lands me. I'm still a good 10 feet away from him.
Yep,
Am I able to use a firebolt on him?
you are,
Okay.
and at normal.
At normal. Okay.
Because at this point you're kind of facing. You're facing away from the snake-haired lady.
Yeah.
So your gaze is averted, and you're not attacking her. So you can attack the thing that's stuck to Dell.
Yes, I am.
Dell sees what you're doing. His eyes go wide, and he kind of like ducks down, presenting his back as best he can towards you. Take a shot, sir.
And I take my sanguine nonetheless, and I point directly at just the side of that creature, trying to not hit Dell, but hit all creature.
Fair enough. Yeah, that is definitely gonna hit. If I can get... Okay. I need to move something real quick, so I can try, and there we go, I grabbed it. The firebolt lances out along the point of Sanguine nonetheless and smashes into wrong button. The leathery dark creature, blowing half of its health away.
Don't worry, Dell. He's almost taken care of.
Okay, ow, that's hot. All right, in that case, if that's all for you, sir.
That is it for me.
Excellent. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure you're outside of 30 feet, but I'll check just to be sure. Yes, you are outside of 30 feet. And the scarecrow cannot see anyone else. It did see you move, though.
Of course. I'm attracted to the strange and weird supernatural.
Now you're within 30 feet.
Oh, crap.
They can sense your fear, Adran.
It can indeed give me a wisdom saving throw, sir, as it glares at you with empty, soulless eyes.
I merely accepted the darkness. He was born into it.
Excuse me.
Did you say a dexterity saving throw?
Nope,
or
wisdom. Wisdom
wisdom
saving throw.
I
Here
can see
goes
how you
nothing.
would prefer it to be a dex.
A 14 is a success. You are not
Oh.
paralyzed.
Yay!
Which I will point out means that you also do not lose concentration.
Oh, yay! I do not lose concentration.
Yes, if you are paralyzed while concentrating on a spell, you lose concentration.
Paralyzation is mean.
Yes, it is, but it's also quite fun. The creature attached to Dell utters a... You can't see a mouth, but it utters a noise.
I was not expecting that.
Must have a mouth somewhere.
And it is going to crush on Dell. For that hits.
Del already said no. He just needs to take the L and move on with their life, okay?
Dell cries out in pain. Alright. The the armor is gonna have to make a strength saving throw, yes?
Yes, he's still caught within,
And doesn't the statue kind of have to? Or is he...
The statue will on its turn.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
You're fine. That is a nat 20 on the saving throw, so it definitely resists you, sir.
Alright, so now
And it's
he's
going-
still able to... Well, he's now able to take care of things regular instead of...
He is not impeded in any way.
Correct. Let's see. He is impeded by the force of the wind, however.
He's just not moved forcefully.
Exactly. So he's trying to get towards you, sir, and it's going to use its action to dash. And that's all it can do. Thía, you are ensconced within darkness, sheltered from the terror of the snake-haired creature and the massive statue. What would you like to do?
Well, wish it was a little quieter in here, but we'll do. But I'll see if I can stab the big statue thing instead.
Aim at it, not the ground.
The ground is closer.
Apparently, you take Varin's advice to heart. You get sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
28 damage. You're not sure where exactly you hit, but there is a massive noise as this thing falls to pieces.
Well, that seemed to have done something.
Did you hit the Achilles heel?
I couldn't see.
You do have a dagger in your bonus action.
Well, let's see if I can hit her.
That sounds like a good idea.
Dagger.
You turn and stab.
But I don't
Must not
know
be
where
in that
she's
direction.
at.
Well, you can hear her, but you're not sure if you even stabbed in her general direction with that attack roll.
That's fair.
Did you want to move anywhere? You can do so without triggering any attacks of opportunity.
I think what she might do is she'll move through. She'll move here. She'll still be within the bubble there, right?
Yes, you are still within darkness.
She'll move there.
Excellent. In which case, we move to...
And she'll let Varin know he can move forward towards her now.
Excellent. However, it is the snake-haired lady's turn, and she steps into the darkness after us.
Ah! She is now with us. She is
Indeed, in the deep darkness, and does not seem to... You know what I totally forgot? I was supposed to roll Hunter's Mark twice when I hit the statue before.
Well, it's dead.
Whoops.
Whoops.
It is indeed dead. Oh well. She is going to attack Thía with the short sword once, and then Varin with the short sword. So here's for Thía. I get a 20.
That hits exactly.
Ouch. That's okay. Do you want to go ahead and use your uncanny dodge or hold on that?
Yeah, I'll uncanny it.
All right, so that becomes 3 damage. That misses Varin, and then her hair slips and slithers and strikes out at Varin. Oh goodness. Yep, that's gonna hit for 15 total damage. Varin has to make a saving throw for Hunter's Mark. At normal, Constitution. Eventually it'll finish rolling. A nat 1.
Oh.
Hunter's Mark goes away.
Well, darns it.
And that was it for her. Varin is going to use... He's going to, like, spin his sling... It's a sling. He uses his interaction to pull out his short sword. Okay. Your turn. And because we're in darkness, we don't have to worry about averting our gaze. So, let's see how this goes. Let's see, do I want my Darkling Dagger to be my primary weapon or my short sword? I'm going to say my short sword. Let me fix that real quick. Okay, and Darkling Dagger needs to go to... There we go. Because I don't think I've actually hit this creature yet, so I'm not entirely sure if she's resistant to my weapons or not. So, short sword twice. And Darkling Dagger. Yeah, 18, 18, and 25 all hit.
Yay!
Ouch. Okay, let me check and see if she actually does have any resistance. She screams in hideous pain as she takes, as I actually look at the damage for the first time. What did I do here? I mistyped. Sorry about that, everyone. She takes a total of 19 piercing damage as Varin's sword and dagger slam into her. She is apparently not resistant. And then we move to Dell's turn, who, let's see, instead of trying to pull this thing off of him, there we go, he's going to step right up next to you carrying the thing on its back, and then he's going to turn and present it to you.
You can also dodge.
Yes, he's going to take the, yeah, that's what I was going to say. He's going to take the dodge action. Alright, top of the round, round 7. Adran, sir, you have 2 targets right next to you. What would you like to do?
I know, and I was thinking about it, and I'm not really sure, but I'm going to drop concentration on Gust of Wind.
Okay. So Gust of Wind goes away. I'm sorry, what? Oh, what is the other thing you said?
And then I'm going to use a 2nd level spell slot for Magic Missile.
Okay. Who are you targeting?
I'm targeting the suit of armor and the thing that's attached to Dell.
2 darts each, I assume?
I want to, but what I really want to do is get at least the Scarecrow to be attacked. But I probably would have to split 4 arrows, 1 going to each other target. I'm guessing, right?
You can choose, you're creating 4 darts. You can target 4 creatures, you can target 2 creatures, you can target 3 creatures, you can target 1 creature, however you want to split them up.
Okay, then I think I'm going to do it like this. 1 dart goes to the suit of armor, 1 dart goes to the creature on Dell, and then 2 goes to the Scarecrow.
Alright, give me the damage roll. Click it once.
Alright, here we go.
Ooh, excuse me.
Magic Missile.
Alright, so the armor is going to take 3 force. The creature on Dell is going to take 3. And the Scarecrow is going to take 6. Alright, that was your action, sir.
Yeah, so just in case if you end up taking care of that creature and I'm still dealing with a Scarecrow, he at least is injured so you can use your Colossus Slayer.
That is appreciated. Is there anything else for you, sir?
Let's see. That was my missile. What else can I do for bonus action? I don't think there is anything else I can do.
There kind of really isn't. You used your action to cast a spell, so you won't be able to cast another spell unless it's a cantrip, and you don't have any bonus action cantrips.
No, I don't have any.
Alright. I mean, I would say you could second wind, but, well, you're not wounded.
There's not that, and plus I have 10 temporary hit points, so there's no point.
Precisely.
All right, I guess that's it for me.
In that case, the shuffling pile of hay clatters up to you on its stick legs,
Oh boy.
and I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw, sir, as it glares at you.
Oh.
Would you like to use Indomitable?
Oh yes, Indomitable. Yay.
You're welcome. Oh wait, no, don't use it, don't use it. I was looking at the wrong number. 12 is just barely enough. You feel your spirit quail and then rally itself against the will of this construct.
Oh, my stomach feels a little queasy, but I think I can hold. Oh.
And then the creature on Dell is going to attack him, but at disadvantage because Dell is trying to twist and turn. So disadvantage and crush. So that turns a 25 into a 14, which, well, still hits.
Ah.
Dell is crying out in pain. This is more than he's used to dealing with, and look at his health bar.
Yeah.
And he's our healer, and remember what happens if you go to 0 hit points.
He dies.
No, he's going to take a lingering injury, unless, well, maybe he might die if we don't tend him. The flying armor is going to attack you, sir.
Yeah. Bring it.
I get a 25.
Shields up.
Alright, burn your spell slot and cast and put up your shield.
Alright.
That could have been 9 damage against you, which wouldn't have been much, granted, since you're at full health.
Goodness.
Alright, Thía. Say what now?
I said yeah, but still.
Right. Alright, Thía, it is now your turn.
Well, she did try to attack me, so I have a general idea where she's at. I shall try to hit her.
Go for it. Yeah, that'll hit. Give me sneak sneak attack too. Excuse me. 24 damage. Watch that health bar. And you still have your bonus action.
Okay. Let's go ahead and just do the dagger.
That is a glancing blow for 2 damage.
It's still damage.
Indeed. Whew, excuse me. She screams in pain. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to move anywhere?
No.
You are still within darkness.
I'll stay within the darkness. It's better than the bright light of the
Fair.
dark cavern.
So here's the thing: you could leave the area of darkness into the visible area, and you would still, if you still want to attack her, you would still be attacking her at normal.
Oh, gotcha.
Because she's in darkness.
Gotcha.
So you could just like leave that area and not even have to deal with injury.
I still would be at normal because I have the concussion.
Exactly.
So.
But then wouldn't you be flanking?
Yeah, but the thing is that
Did I just realize I forgot to mark that Varin took 15 damage. My bad.
There
we go.
It double advantage doesn't, as long as you just have one disadvantage.
There's no such thing as double advantage. If you have,
Yeah.
if in any case, if you even have one opposite, one order of a disadvantage, it's going to cancel out any source of advantage.
Yeah.
What I was actually going to say is, if you were flanking, then you would give Varin the opportunity to hit.
Not while Varin's in darkness.
But yeah.
Because
Varin can't see.
Because he can't see, he gets disadvantage, but because she can't see, he gets advantage.
Oh.
Exactly.
That's what allows him to
cancel each
do
other
normal.
out. I will point out, Thía, you did see the scarecrow go. Well, you didn't see it. You heard it go rushing past. So depending on which way you go, you might have to resist its terrifying gaze if you wish to leave the darkness.
I'm fine in the darkness.
Okay. You wish to remain where you are then?
Yeah.
Because you could also step over here and try and get some cover from attacks. It's up to you.
I guess I could do that, but she's doing okay health-wise.
Okay. In that case, we move to the snake-haired lady.
Besides, I have a feeling she'd just move anyway.
Riddles in the dark.
Good. It's going to do a short sword at Varin, short sword at Thía, so here's for Varin.
I swing.
That hits for 4 damage. Varin snarls in pain. Sorry, give me a second. But it doesn't seem to be hurting Varin as badly as before. And then here comes a stab at you, Thía. 16 does not meet your armor class.
Correct.
And then her hair whips down at you.
Okay.
Getting a 23 to hit.
That
You
hits.
can uncanny dodge. Wait, does uncanny dodge work whether you can see or not?
Well, that's a good question.
Dodge.
That probably is.
Oh, it's only the attackers you can see.
Okay, so I think the last one I took 3 damage, so I should take 3 more, right?
Yeah.
3,
4 more, because what she hit you for was 7.
7. Okay, so
So you take another 4 away, and then you're going to take 18 from this damage.
Ouch.
18. Okay. Let's see. Good old calculator.
A handy tool.
Put that and carry the 1 and.
Why math in my head if I have a calculator?
Right.
Okay.
Alright, so that was her turn. Varin is going to snarl at you. Are you doing alright? As he brings his weapons to bear against this snake-haired freakazoid creature.
Okie dokie.
Short sword attacks and darting dagger. Oh, yeah, that's all gonna hit.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, maximum damage! So that's 26 points of damage.
And does it finish her?
It does not, but she's
Oh.
definitely bloodied. Varin's going to... that won't do anything. That would take you out of the darkness area. He's going to maintain his position and snarl to you. Get out of the way! You're losing too much. You are also under the bloodied condition, Thía.
Mm-hmm.
Del is going to try and push this thing off of him because he's taking a lot of damage. And he's trying to save his... Nope, that doesn't succeed. But he's going to remain where he is. He's trying to save his healing powers for the rest of us.
Hey, Del.
Yeah.
Duck.
Ducking! And does duck. It is your turn, sir.
Alright, I'm going to take the shield off, because it is my turn.
Exactly.
And I'm going to attack the creature with Sanguine nonetheless.
Go for it. That is... You stab it right between the space between its eyes, and your blade comes out the other end, carrying its minuscule brain with the burning tip. It is quite dead.
Well, anybody up for some kebabs?
No, thank you.
Then I turn and I stab at the floating set of armor.
Go
with
for it.
Sanguine.
It brings its shield down, and your Sanguine nonetheless stops right center mass of the shield.
Well, fine, and I end up carrying my sword all the way over, slicing at the scarecrow.
Go for it.
With very, egotistical side swipe, not even looking.
If you're not gonna look, I would say give me an attack at disadvantage. So roll it again at normal.
Oh, roll it again at normal? That was at
Yes,
normal.
sir. I know, roll it again at normal. We'll take the lesser of the 2 results.
Oh, okay.
You said you're not looking at it.
Arrogantly not looking. You said it.
So
Oh.
18 is still going to hit, and it's made of hay, which is quite flammable.
Whoosh.
And it howls in pain. Did you want to move anywhere, sir?
No, I'm actually gonna stay there and defend Del.
Excellent. In that case, the Scarecrow is going to make you give me a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, here we go.
I demand it of you.
How dare you arrogantly attack me?
Oh,
And you just You are feeling full of yourself, sir. Okay, I need to move Del for a second. There. No, that's not the right one. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Putting it back where he was.
Mhm.
Alright, so that was the Scarecrow's turn. The statue is going to fly. So it's. Hang on. There we go.
How are the bolts and
flies-
rivets now, buddy?
It flies above your head
Oh.
and stabs down towards you.
Hey! Nice.
Rude.
Getting a 9 and a 25.
Oh, crud. I'll take it because I've got 10 temporary hit points.
You take 7 slashing from this blade.
Yeah.
That would have been a critical hit if you'd been paralyzed.
Yeah.
All right, Thea, it is your turn.
Okay. She'll move here. And she will take a hack and leaf brew.
Excellent.
And let's see, hack and leaf is 8d4 plus 8.
Yes. I almost said 8d8. That would be amazing. You recovered 25 hit points. You're feeling much healthier. Now, if you wish to avoid the possible complication of the snake-haired lady coming after you in the darkness, you could leave the area.
True. Let's see.
And even go ranged combat if you wanted.
Range isn't any better for her. So,
Well, I mean, remember, if you leave the area of darkness and you attack anything you cannot see and cannot see you, that's still going to negate any disadvantage.
true. Whatever she's doing this turn would be setting up for next turn because she's already used her action. So
Exactly.
we'll just. So that was 5 of the movement. That's 10, 20.
You have 30 feet remaining.
30. 35. There we go.
Okay. From that position, you can see the Scarecrow, but its attention is focused on Varin, and you can see a suit of armor above Varin's head.
You mean
Odd
Adran?
placement. Yes, Adran. Goodness, again. The creature hears you leave, and let's see, how smart is this creature? She utters something, you're not sure what. Varin and Adran hear, "Yes, run! I'll find you later." And she is going to focus all of her attacks at Varin. 13, 18, and a nat 1. Varin, you can't see what Varin's doing. You just hear a lot of boot scraping and sliding and just fluttering cloth. As we move to Varin's turn. And Varin's going to reply in Goblin, "You're not leaving this chamber ever again." 27 hits. The other 2 attacks are going to miss. But she's still going to take Colossus Slayer.
Woohoo.
For a total of 16 damage.
Not bad.
Watch the health bar.
Del
That's getting there.
is going to use his action to disengage.
And heal himself.
No, he can't. Unless he has a bonus action he can do. He'll check in a moment.
Wait a second. He doesn't have any, like, hack and leaf brews or anything?
He's
No.
not carrying any.
Oh.
Does he have... Let's see. So that's a bonus action, but he only has 2 spell slots left. He's going to move there and hold his ground there. He's not going to use any of his spell slots to heal.
Question, GM.
Sure, what is it?
If he were close by to me and I would use my second wind on him, is that possible? Or
You
is
can
the second
only use
wind
second-
only used on me?
It is only for you.
That's
No,
a self
that would be
thing
a
only.
Really cool bonus action.
That would be a really cool bonus action. Unfortunately, to do anything remotely similar to that, you would have to be a paladin with the lay on hands, and that would take your action.
Mhm. I think the only healing anything is like healing word.
Well, there's other healing spells, of course, but...
No, I mean
yeah.
other bonus actions.
I'm honestly not sure. Top of the round, round
I might
9.
be wrong about that too. It's been a while.
Adran, you have 2 opponents, one above you, one in front of you.
I'm going to stab at the scarecrow first.
Go for it.
Yeah.
That'll hit for what amounts to 22 points of fire damage. Thea, there is a flare of fire, and all of a sudden, Adran, you just see Adran appear through a mass of ash and smoke.
Oh, that's where you went to.
And the guy
You have 2
above
more
me-
attacks remaining.
And the guy above
Sorry?
me has 2
Yes.
shots to take from me.
Go for it.
Here we go. Swing.
19 is a glancing blow.
Still.
But you manage to you leap up a little bit, and the tip of your blade slips underneath the breastplate and must have hit something critical.
Yes.
And armor falls down around you. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no. Dexterity saving throw.
It was above you.
Pretty much. That is not enough. I was looking for 15. There's an entire suit of armor and a sword and a shield that just come crashing down around you.
He thought he got away from it all, and then this shield hits him on the top of the head. Bonk.
Yep, with a ringing clang.
Ping.
As I look for improvised damage.
How much damage do I take?
I will let you know as soon as I find improvised damage. Alphabet is my friend. H-I. Oh, how rude. It's not there. Closer? Maybe? Nope, not closer. If I can't find the answer shortly, I'll improvise for improvised damage.
Okay. What, just roll like a d6 and then figure it out from there?
It's going to be a little bit more than d6 because it is a bunch of armor clattering down on your head.
Oh, well, I just...
You're guessing, I know. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Shield!
Yeah, right?
On your head.
Huh. I would have thought it would be there. Oh, here it is. I found it. I'm gonna... no, that's too much. I'm gonna call this similar to being hit by a falling bookcase because a bunch of loose articles falling down around you. Oops. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
It could have been worse, trust me. I could have rolled 4d10. You have your movement and 1 attack remaining, sir.
Yes. And... let's see. I come this close.
Okay, you enter into the area of darkness.
Yep.
The area. Alright.
And I want to swing and attack, well, the snake-haired lady, but I'm just swinging in the dark.
I assume you're not wanting to attack Varin.
No.
Go for the attack, sir, at normal.
Okay. At normal. Oh
That
my
is a
gosh.
solid hit.
Wow.
There's a hissing scream as a snake head is severed.
Just one?
Yeah, just one.
Just the one.
Alright, Thea. You still have your sword and dagger in hand.
Oh, then I can move in and attack.
You can move in and attack. You could also choose to drop them, pull out your longbow, and attack with your longbow, but it's up to you.
Oh, I'll attack with short bow and dagger. Takes less time.
Short sword.
Short sword, yeah. Sorry.
For the attack.
Yeah, short sword.
They're both short.
Short bow.
Exactly.
I mean the crossbow, right?
Yeah.
All attacks are at normal because of darkness, which Varin does not intend to drop until this thing is dead. That is a hit
Sneak
for
attack.
29 points of damage. Where do you hit her that kills her?
I just stab her through the back and it just comes out at an angle through the other side.
As Varin hears the death and the dying gasp of this creature, I'm on the wrong thing. He's going to release the darkness, and by doing so, Adran, the point of Thea's short sword is on an angle such that it goes through the creature's heart and is pointed almost on a direct line with your right eye.
Oh. Oh.
Pull her sword out.
Ow.
I know I felt a little gust of wind and some blood, but I mean, seriously.
I know I felt a gust of wind earlier when you pushed me around with it.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Thea's
Why did you have
gonna
to do
hand a branch of Talon Sap to Del so he can take it.
What does that restore?
4d4 plus 4.
Excellent, thank you. 4d4 plus 4. Rolling. That is 17. Excellent. Okay, so before we continue, that's the wrong one.
And she'll let him
Go
know
ahead.
that, hey, if you're down, you're not able to help anyone.
He nods, clearly shaken. I didn't think of it. But thank you. I'll try and remember.
And she will hand him she'll hand him 6 of her Talon branch sap things.
Noted. 1 second. Double checking.
And she'll let him know
that,
hey, you're just as important as the rest of us.
I'll try and remember. How many did you say you were giving him? And of what?
6 branch of Talon Sap.
6 branch of Talon Sap. Okay. That's the wrong button.
Yeah, because I had 11 after what I gave him. That leaves me with 5 and gives him 6, so I figured that way he can heal himself.
And that is 4d4 plus 4.
Correct.
I'll just make it so I can, no, I can't. I'm not going to do that. This button, that button, 4d4 plus 4. There we go. Alright, so that's on his character sheet now. I have the wrong numbers recorded here, so just 1 second. Thea, please open your character sheet. You have 85,033 experience points, and you are now level 11.
Nice.
Cool.
Well done. You can go ahead and roll me your hit dice to determine how much you level up, or how many hit points you level up by. And as normal, we go with the average or higher. So that's the average.
Yeah.
So your maximum hit points are going to go up by 6. Bear in mind that means that for you especially, at 4 p.m. in the game, your normal hit point maximum should also be up by 6. So your normal is 60. It should be 66 when aid ends.
Okay.
And while I continue with this, would you do me a favor and look up what rogues get at level 11?
Certainly.
Thank you. Adran, you and Varin now have 91,041 experience points.
91,041?
91,041.
Got it. Wow.
As I quickly double check my number. Yes, that is correct. And Del now has 19,363.
Yay!
He's growing.
He is level 6, not level 5.
Out of him.
I know. He's just growing before our very eyes.
And doing fairly well.
Uh-huh.
What number did I say? 19363.
Okay, so 2 things.
Okay.
Sneak attack goes up a die.
Excellent. So let me make that adjustment real quick to your sneak attack. So it's now 6d6.
Mm-hmm.
Which means on a crit, it should be 36.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's adjusted.
And then I also get reliable talent. So whenever you make an ability check that lets you add your proficiency bonus, you can treat any d20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10. Which means that for like acrobatics, I cannot get below a 23. In stealth, I cannot get below 23.
That is insane. And awesome.
That's just how good she is at the stuff she's trained at.
Right? Okay, I need to write this down. Okay, so you two can chat, and I imagine Adran would like to take a short rest.
Yes, I would.
Okay, I'm gonna write this down. You guys can chat amongst yourselves.
Oh.
Thea will just like sit with her back against the wall for a bit.
Yep.
Still dizzy?
Yeah.
She's been dizzy the whole time.
True.
I don't know how this happened.
Just like that.
Dropped something and all of a sudden it just disappeared.
That usually happens around you, though.
No, I mean, I literally saw it drop to the floor and it, like, literally disappeared. Like, where did it go?
There was a hole waiting to suck it into where the room of hidden things are.
Alright, so that is now added to your list, your ever-growing list of features, Thea. So are we all taking a short rest then, Adran?
Yeah.
Alright, so Varin's gonna start rolling some hit dice. Because he is hurt. That's 5, so 70.
No, I dropped a cough drop down on my shoe, and somehow it rolled halfway under my dining room table.
Oh.
Weird.
Indeed.
She'll roll a hit die. Because she is very damaged.
So is Varin. Varin gets another 3. Adran, you could use your second wind and then start rolling hit dice if you're still hurt. Major if. That is
second wind. 13.
Varin's gonna just go ahead and roll one last hit dice to go up to full.
She's gonna use a mudworm root.
Yep.
Familiar worms. So Adran, you're basically restored to full health, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, and you also recover your action surge and second wind.
That is not what I rolled. It was me telling it to do.
D? Did you forget a letter there?
Yeah.
D4 plus 4. Hey, you know what?
I think I forgot to actually do like the 4 part of it. So.
There you go.
So that puts it.
All right.
There we go. That's not bad.
And then Dell's also gonna roll some hit dice because, ouch.
Sorry, I ended up clicking on something.
What did you? Okay.
That was not what I wanted to do.
So Dell is also back up to full. That was a good short rest. Who wants to open the chest?
And I think my character will also take a where is it?
I think I'll give it a shot.
A Dalek bean.
Oh, okay. I almost said Darlic. I remember what it's called.
It is a bean.
I'll have a Derek bean. Or a garlic bean.
Alright, so you're opening the chest. Adran?
Mm-hmm.
You're opening the chest, are you sure?
Yes, and I have my shield in front of me.
Do you want to
Your
check
hand
for?
is stuck to it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm
I was
just
gonna
kidding.
say, do you want to check, poke it with a stick? Check it for traps.
Hey,
See
I
if it's
lost a sword trying to open up a shield.
One of the first things you notice inside this chest is that there's 2 holders along each longer side that are clearly designed to hold weapons. If you had to guess, had they been here, they probably would have been some form of magic sword, but they are long since gone. Deeper in the chest are 3 potions, 2 leather bags that look slightly rotted, and interestingly, a folded up piece of old, very old, stained, and slightly torn leather.
That's ominous.
It's very strange, but I wonder what these potion bottles are.
Let me take a look. So one potion, so if you hand them out during the short rest, so we each can study them, then we can each figure out what they are, if that's what you want to do.
Yes.
Okay. Thía, the potion that Adran hands to you before taking the short rest, after the short rest you are able to determine is a potion of poison resistance.
Huh.
Adran, the potion you're holding holds a yellow fluid streaked with black, and it swirls in the bottle regardless of it's standing still or if you're holding it. It is a potion of speed.
Ooh.
You may recall using that before.
Oh, yeah.
And Varin is holding the potion in this bottle is the potion. The color of the liquid is clear, but in the center of it is a tiny red bead like of oil trapped in water. It constantly stretches out to fill the entirety of the liquid, and then it contracts back to a small point over and over again. Shaking the bottle fails to interrupt that independent movement. It is a potion of growth. When you drink this potion, you gain the enlarge effect of the enlarge reduce spell for 1d4 hours. No concentration required.
That's pretty nice.
Del holds up one of the leather bags that you held out to him. I'm not sure how you would use. Well, having seen all this, I actually can think of a few reasons to use these. These are beads of force, and there are 8 beads of force in the bag. You can use an action to throw the bead up to 60 feet. They explode on impact, and they're destroyed afterwards. Every creature within a 10-foot radius of where it landed have to succeed on a DC 15 dexterity saving throw, or take 5d4 force damage. And a sphere of transparent force then encloses that area for 1 minute.
I think that sounds pretty good for you, Del.
I think that would, I appreciate it, but I think that would be better used for one of you. Wrong folder here. Also wrong folder. This folder.
Well,
So let's pull this out. And now I assume, so there's one bag. I'm going to show this to everyone. So this is bead of force. So there is one leather bag left in the chest that you took. But since there's no one left who could have examined it during the short rest. Let me put this up here in our folder of items. And now I assume you'd like to look at the leather map, Adran.
yes.
Sorry, not the leather. Oh, whatever. It is a map, or very, very old map. It is quite likely that it is well outdated. Where did I put it? Here it is. It is old, worn, faded, and missing small portions. The lines and words are faded in the extreme, but they might still possibly be read. If you want to try and do so now, you can.
I think I'll just save it for later.
Okay. You hold, so just add to your treasure a old leather map.
Well, Del, if you don't want the bead of force, would you take the bottle of speed?
I mean, I can. I'm not sure that what I would use it for, though.
Well, to get away from an enemy pretty fast?
Should I like poison resistance?
I think that would actually be a better idea for me. I don't seem to be quite as resilient as either of you.
You can have the potion of poison resistance then.
Poison resistance. All right, so he now has that in his inventory. Which of you would like the potion of growth, and which of you would like the potion of speed?
What does growth again do?
It, excuse me, gives you the benefits of the enlarge portion of the enlarge reduce spell. So enlarge.
And it lasts for 1d4 hours, which means that means you could be stuck in enlarge for 4 hours maximum.
Up to 4 hours, yes. So could be potentially useful, could be potentially problematic.
We don't know.
Exactly. It's to be determined. As for the actual effect of enlarge, once I get there,
I think it gives you like bonus on strength or bonus to strength and ups your carrying.
it does. It also adds damage to your, I believe, strength-based attacks.
Yeah.
Which I am trying to find.
It's awesome stuff if you're in the middle of a fight in a large enough space.
Your size doubles in all dimensions, and your weight is multiplied by 8. So that could possibly also immobilize someone.
It also could pose a problem if you're on like a wooden floor that's kind of rotted.
Exactly. Your growth size, your size increases by 1 category. So if you're medium size like all of us, you go to large. If there's not enough room for you to double your size, you attain the maximum possible size in the space available. You have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Your weapons also grow to match your new size. While you are enlarged, oh, this is interesting. It's not your strength-based attacks. While your weapons are enlarged, your attacks with those weapons deal an extra 1d4 extra damage.
Whoa.
So basically, imagine adding a d4 to each one of your 3 attacks.
It's a minimum of 1 extra damage. It's pretty cool.
What was that, Adran?
That would be pretty interesting.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and take it?
Sure, I'll take growth.
And Varin will just wordlessly hand off the potion of speed to you, Thía.
Okadok.
It's rather clear that you need it more than I do.
Am I also taking the beads of force?
Who wants some?
How many are there?
There are 8 total.
Do you want some and I'll take some?
I'll take 4, you take 4.
Okay.
You can add beads of force, 4 beads of force to your inventory.
Alright. And I will take the bottle of growth.
Excellent. Alright. As I look for my file here. So we have a choice. We didn't use rope to climb down. So we can either rough climb 170 feet up, or we could take that tunnel that the snake-haired lady came from and the scarecrow came from.
I think we're going to take that tunnel there because I think eventually it leads around the other way that we did not take when we first entered.
Okay. The ledge that you see there, that dark line, that is a ledge of 30 feet from our floor to the next level up. So basically, Adran, without dashing, you could climb halfway up. If you dash, you would climb all the way up. So yeah, you
Okay.
can basically just walk practically.
All right, I'm making notes real quick.
Yeah, same here.
Excellent. So while you do that, Varin is just going to go ahead and work his way up to the next level up. So he's now 30 feet off the floor, off your floor. There's another ledge, another 30 feet up. Be ready to climb.
All right, I think I got everything.
You should have a potion of growth and 4 beads of force.
Yes.
And the leather map.
Yes. Oh, right, leather map. Let me just.
Which you could examine right now. It's just they're going to have disadvantage on the check because you're using dark vision. Unless you want to use dancing lights.
No. I'm gonna put it in there for later.
Excellent. Thea, are you done writing your notes?
Almost.
Excellent.
Here we go. 1. Map.
Yes. Okay. I got it down in my shorthand. Okay.
Perfect. So yeah, like I said, Adran has to spend his action to dash in order to get all the way up to this ledge. Thea, you just reach the top of the ledge and still have like 5 feet to move.
She gets a 19 on her athletics.
Well, there's no athletics required. It's not terribly hard to climb.
Sorry, she's just showing off.
Yeah.
She feels a little
Like
bit
climbing
better
over
than
the
she
wall.
was before. She feels a little bit more confident in her
Like you
abilities.
close your eyes and you just use one hand and kind of one foot and just like hop climb up. Well, Adran's just like,
I dashing, I dancing, I prancing, I made it.
Also to note, Adran, in order to climb up, you have to unequip your shield.
That's another reason why I'm still
Taking
down.
a bit longer.
Right.
No, I almost imagine it. He purposely takes a little bit longer to take his shield off, make sure nobody's lurking, and then goes up.
And my sanguine
Right.
nonetheless is denighted and
Denighted?
Deflamed.
deflamed,
Extinguished? One of those?
Deflamed.
Snuff.
All right.
There you go.
Do you have any spell slots left?
I think I have like 3.
Maybe you should start eating some Silvatap, sir.
Sure.
Varin's going to use his action to dash and climb up. So that gives him a total of 70 feet.
Golly.
He climbs 30. So he's up there. And did you want to control Del, Adran? Or would you rather I do it for you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll control him.
You may move his token as you wish. And as you move into the next chamber, this room is full of statues, all of them stone, barely leaving room to walk. Each of the statues, worn down through the ages and some even missing pieces, depicts a warrior of one kind or another in poses of movement. Like they're running, they're preparing to swing, they're trying to block an approaching blow. It instills a sense of melancholy to see such might eroded by time and sand, even their names now long lost to history. To the right hand, there is another ledge that rises 30 feet off our current floor.
Well.
Are we continuing?
Yep.
It's just a bunch of stone statues. What are we gonna do with those?
Not even.
And they are all like full sized.
So it's them and then leaves.
So about 30 feet
Oh,
drop.
sorry. Yeah, it's a 30 feet up from your position. Thea, what was it you said? I didn't hear you.
She salutes them and then goes off. Yeah, they deserve respect.
Right? Does Adran do this and do the same?
I kind of blow off some of the dust off of their shoulders and say, "There you go."
Varin walks out of the room with pragmatic disinterest.
All right, so I can jump down 30 feet and.
No, you're climbing up another 30.
Oh, I'm climbing up another 30. Okay.
Yes.
Now dashing, now
So
prancing, now trancing, now vixing.
and climbing.
And
So in effect, we've gone 90 feet up from where we started in that bottom in that deep chamber.
oh gosh, 90
We're
feet.
going back up.
Long and slow.
At least there's no large boulder following us.
This
As
time.
you say that, the hallway we're now looking at descends steeply down towards us, with sand constantly slipping and sliding along the stone floor. The floor itself is rough, dented and pitted, poorly carved. And, Adran, give me an investigation check at disadvantage.
Oh boy. If I threw dancing light on there, would I have it at normal?
You would have it at normal.
I'm sorry, which one did you say in investigation?
Investigation.
Well, do you want to do a dancing light first?
I'll give it a shot. Booyah.
That is a 19.
Good
Wait,
job.
I said at wait, are you doing dancing lights or no?
That was at disadvantage.
Yes, it was. Did you want to do dancing lights?
No.
Okay. The 19 is actually enough. This hallway is more recently carved than the rest of this burial chamber that we've been exploring. And the same can actually be true of the room where we found all those statues. It's as though something very poorly burrowed down this hallway. Sorry, just checking real quick. So it is, as an example, for you to understand the slope of this hallway, it goes 5 feet down towards our current position for every 5 feet across.
Oh gosh.
It is a very steeply carved hallway.
What the heck kind of a creature carved this place?
It does not require climbing speed or anything like that to climb up it. It's just very steep. And, well, let's just say you're getting a good leg day.
Oh yes. Very good leg day.
Never skip it.
But you should possibly skip during leg day, yes?
Only if you've already done leg day.
Hippity hoppity, hippity hoppity.
There's another chamber ahead of us. At this point, Varin's moving with his quarterstaff in one hand, so he's tapping the floor and the walls, and his sling in his other hand. In this chamber, we find several raised platforms of stone parallel to each of the walls. On each of these pedestals are bones of ancient dead arranged neatly on each. Adran, you can give me another investigation check at disadvantage, or if you want to use dancing lights, you can give it at normal.
I'll use dancing lights on this one.
Okay. I'll throw out. Do you want 1, 2? What do you want?
Let's do 2.
Okay, go ahead and give me your investigation check at normal.
All right.
Nat 20.
Wow.
Good job.
Thank you. Gotta love dancing lights.
Each of the bones on each of these pedestals, for lack of a better word, are very carefully arranged into postures of respect and honor. Trophies are arranged carefully under the bones of ancient deeds long gone, and into the surface and along the rim of the surface of each pedestal are carvings of past mighty battles of singular warriors, individual and separate from each other, carved deeply in, depicting different warriors for each of the pedestals. Each of these carvings kind of glints under the light of the dancing lights with a silvery note, and you can see what you would not have seen with dark vision. They're filled with silver. So they've been carved and then filled in with silver to kind of highlight it.
Oh, it's kind of
If you
nice.
want, we could scrape the silver out for ingredients for making ink for our spell scrolls.
Hey, yeah, let's try scrape enough silver.
All right. So with excuse me, I'll figure out later how much silver exactly we were able to get, and we can move on in the meantime.
Okay.
But it would be enough to make some spells, to at least start making some spell scrolls when we stop for our rest for the evening.
Scratch that. I mean, got that.
But so with the aid of dancing light and dark vision, we can see that to the top of our current chamber are some familiar-looking, very steep and narrow stairs. It is going to force us to go single file, and they are very steep. Thía is going to be able to move up them at normal, but these what would ordinarily be stairs is going to be difficult terrain for the rest of us, essentially. For comparison's sake, each one of these steps is basically at an angle that would be 10 feet down for every 5 feet across. There is a lot of sand on these stone stairs. Who would like to go first?
Well, maybe I should use a little gust of wind, blow off some of the sand.
Do you really want to waste some more of your energy on that?
That was just a joke.
I stare at you flatly. What's a joke?
You know, something that you poke fun at. Never mind.
The things I poke at tend to bleed, and I forgot that you're concentrating on dancing lights. So again, who wants to go up the stairs first?
I can go up since.
Okay. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, doke.
Now your special ability, your new level 11 ability, does that apply just to checks or to saving throws as well?
It says that you've refined your chosen skills until they approach perfection. So it's whenever you make an ability check that lets you add your proficiency bonus. So basically, any of the skills that you have trained.
Gotcha. So to get to where you currently are, please give me 2 normal dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
Those are both successes. You do not slip and fall down.
Okay.
Who would like to go next?
She's gonna toss her rope down to help.
Excellent. That will give advantage on the saving throws.
And she'll hold on to it and kind of like sit down and kind of wrap it around her and hold on to it.
Fair enough. Kind of like bracing your feet against the floor and the wall.
Yeah.
Adran, please give me 2 dexterity saving throws at advantage. Thank you. And did you want to keep dancing lights or let it go? Snuff said. I assume that means let it go.
That's what I would assume.
Dancing lights are gone. And dexterity saving throws whenever you're ready. Unless, of course, you're busy.
Does using the rope help?
Yeah, it's going to grant advantage. Advantage because Thea's effectively providing the help action. Can you hear me all right, sir? Okay, yes, you can. So 2 dexterity saving throws at advantage. First one. That is not a success. Despite Thea's help, your armored boots do not grip the sand-covered stone very well. You slip and bang your knee as you slide back down to the chamber we're in, and you're going to take. Whoops. Oh, might help if I type the right command. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you bark your shins on rough stone. And Varin just looks at you as you slide back down, and she's like, "Did you forget how to pull on a rope?" The little bit of chiding gives you a better sense of what you're doing, and you climb the first 5 feet without further problem. And 1 more dexterity saving throw to get the last part of the stairs. That is definitely a success. You just slip past Thea like a ghost.
He got the hang of it.
Yep. And I'm going to look at Del. Ooh. So Varin looks at Del.
Oh.
All right, little one, you're up. Climb on up. I'll take care of his saving throws. The first one is a fail. He's going to take bludgeoning damage. He slips and hits his knee and his nose on the floor for
Ow.
6 bludgeoning damage. But his second saving throw gets him up here. He kind of wipes some blood from his face. I don't mind admitting I'm not terribly fond of this chamber. And final saving throw to get up the last feet. That is the success. Adran, you can move into the chamber behind Thea. And you recognize this as the chamber that we first entered, the first chamber that we came to when we first entered this burial chamber. Advantage, dexterity saving throw. Varin just kind of glides up the rope, nods down at you, Thea. Thanks.
You're welcome. She'll call up her rope and put it away.
And at this point, Del is going to slap his head.
Pardon me.
Pardon me while my throat goes dry. Turn his staff of healing on himself, and he's going to use it.
Okay.
And once I figure out how many charges he needs. Because I did forget last time that he can use his staff of healing with 2 charges to cast Lesser Restoration and heal himself of Sight Rot. I literally totally forgot that. So that's 2 charges. He no longer is suffering sight rot.
Yay!
Indeed.
I was worried about your eyes.
I can't believe I forgot I could do that with it. I really need to study this staff a little bit more. We leave the chamber behind and return to the mules. But bump. You saw that coming. Excuse me. So we are able to collect our cart and our mules. And I'm going to move us to the... That is the wrong one. To our travel map. And even as we do so, we notice that the sand dunes around us are actually starting to shift and blow. It's reasonable to assume that if we had stayed there for the night, we probably would have been buried. Indeed.
Well, and to be fair, we were told that like the sand covers and uncovers and then recovers things all the time.
Quite so. All right. That is again the wrong file of information. There we go. All right. And by the way, congratulations, Thea, on getting to level 11.
Thank you. My character is much more confident about what she can do.
I've noticed. Huzzah! As Agent cheers you with his lifting his unbladed rapier high in salute and cheer, but obviously not doing it, not having a blade. Varin, as we leave the confines, is going to go ahead and eat 2 Silvataf to recover 2 first level spell slots. All right. It is currently. Let's see. So we took a short rest after that, and then after that. So we are now. It's now 1 in the afternoon. What is our marching order, Adran? Thea and Del in the cart, and you walking behind, beside. Usual. Okay. In that case, Varin, once I find the right thing here, since we're now back outside, come on, there we go. All right, Varin is going to take the lead. Where are we supposed to be here? Okay. Excuse me. After traveling for an hour, and he's going to do a survival check yep. He's definitely, Varin is just, like, we leave the underground, Varin just, and we gather up the cart and the mules, Varin just turns, points, that's the direction we need to go. And takes the lead. A little after not yet that. Onward! Cheers, Adran. We travel for about an hour, and Varin starts glancing at the ground a little bit more often, and then diverts a little bit from the path, kneels down, looks back up at you, Adran, and Thea. Blood. Lots of blood. And he pauses for a second and then pulls up from a drift of sand. Someone's arm.
Well, that's unfortunate for whoever owns that arm.
Whoever wants to can give medicine checks. Did not see that coming. Going blind again. Varin is going to do a medicine check. 10. Adran, you can do a medicine or investigation. Thea, did you want to do either, or stay on the cart and feel sick?
Stay in the cart, because all sight-based checks she's not good at right now.
Between the two of us, Adran, we were able to determine that there has been a fight here. Recently, it's as recently as today at the minimum. Lots of people died. Their bodies are not here. Bits and pieces of their body. Yes, indeed, someone was disarmed. Someone was also dislegged. And in one area, we find half a head. There's enough blood and body pieces here that maybe in the neighborhood of 20 to 30 people were slain. But there's no whole entire bodies left. They are all human bodies. like what we've seen with the Crusovians. Excuse me. And Varin is going to do survival. Oh yeah. Varin just points down. They had animals, and they left a trail. Do we follow? The trail, if we follow the trail, it goes, so we're heading north from our previous position where we found the burial chamber. This trail is also heading north and slightly west. So it is actually more or less in the direction that we would be traveling, just a little sharper west than what we were setting. Adran is typing. Or thinking, possibly.
Or maybe even both.
And this will still be in the general direction we're traveling. Oh, excuse me. Unless they, turn too far aside. You will remember that we aren't going to reach the village that we're looking for on this day. Where you can start searching for them the next day, if that makes sense. Let's go as far as we can go. Okay. So we start traveling along the trail, Varin following it. Varin, since he's tracking in this favorite terrain, is also going to be on alert for danger. Anything you want to do during this first hour, Adran? You could forage, you could map our direction, you could even examine the map that you recovered from the chest in that burial chamber.
Sorry, we had a kind of a upset child.
I see. And hurt. So what would you like to do? Forage, try and draw a map of the region as best you can. Or examine the map that we recovered.
I think what I would like to do is forage. And
all right, give me a survival check.
All right. Survival.
I'll quickly look for my foraging table. 15. Is enough. Are you looking for food, or are you looking? We are passing through an area where there's a bit more plant life. It's not strict sand. It's kind of a lucky roll for you.
Yeah.
So
I want to.
Where are you looking for? Edible food, edible plants, or excuse me, something else?
I was wanting to see if I can find any more either garlic beans or talon saps or.
So you're looking for healing plants in specific?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 1d6.
Okay. Come on, get out of this page. 1d6.
A 2. All right, you find talon saps.
Cool.
You can find. Sorry. That's the wrong thing. This one. You find 1d4 plus your wisdom modifier, which I believe for you is 0.
Yeah.
Yes. So roll me 1d4, and that's how many talon saps you find.
Okay.
You find 4 talon saps. Good
Nice.
roll. So you spend an hour doing that while we're traveling. Varin is going to share. So we found the trail at 2 in the afternoon. So it's now 3 in the afternoon. Or getting there. Or getting close to 3. So first thing, before we actually get to the 3 o'clock time, Varin's going to, as he's following and being alert, he's going to use one of his first level spells for Primeval Awareness. traveling northwest. He while following the trail, Varin kind of darts to one side, darts ahead, darts to the side, comes back. Okay. I sense aberrations. There are some to the west, about 6 miles away. I sense fae, celestials, fiends, and undead.
Oh my.
Sounds like a lot.
It does indeed. I'll do another. I'll check in again when we get when we're around 3 after another hour. So let me get rid of that. There we go. Because at 3 o'clock we're getting close to the limit of our traveling day. We only have from 3 in the afternoon. We only have 2 more hours of actual travel time left. Okay.
Okay.
Look it up.
As far as what Varin's able to glean from the tracks, there were 5 medium-sized creatures, humans, and 2 medium-sized beasts, 4 large-sized beasts. They moved through this area about 6 hours ago. I think the medium-sized beasts are dragging a cart, kind of like what ours are doing, what our mules are doing. And I think the cart might be damaged because it wobbles back and forth quite a bit.
And you said that they're about 6 hours ahead of us?
No, the trail is 6 hours old.
Oh, it's 6 hours old. Okay.
Yes, they passed through this area. Let's see. Basically, they passed through this area about 7 in the morning.
Oh.
If I'm doing my math correct, no. 3 p.m. minus 3 goes to... My brain is not working with me.
That's okay. The desert does crazy things to us.
Right. So 3 p.m. So we're about 6 miles away from our end of travel day. So Varin is going to use Primeval Awareness again. And I'll take the spell slot away in a second. There are aberrations at least 6 miles to our east. There's fiends, undead, celestials, and fae. But I didn't sense anything ahead. So the direction that we're heading is comparatively safe, I suppose. Unless, creatures are ahead of us. Ooh, excuse me. And we are now at the 4 o'clock hour, which means aid ends. So our hit points and our hit point maximum both drop down by 10. So that means Varin is now at 94. There we go. For a second there, I had it like 10,094 because I hit the wrong button. Ahead of us, the trail leads towards a small part between 2 dunes, at the opening of which are 4 very large animals that have a long neck that dips down before arching back up. Their backs have a rather large hump to it. There are voices coming from the other side of the dunes that the creatures are at the mouth of. How do you wish to proceed, Adran?
I wish to proceed with a shield and sword in hand and continue walking forward.
Do you want us to try and approach stealthily or normally?
I keep forgetting. Let's go stealth.
All right. Thía, go ahead and give me your stealth check with your reliable talent.
So, Yeah, so reliable talent. So basically, I'll make a roll. If it's anything, if the die is anything other than
If it's
lower,
9 or lower,
then it's considered to be 10.
Excellent. Let's see what you do. So that's a total of. Excuse me, what'd you roll?
That'll be a total of 23 because I rolled under 9.
You rolled a 9. You rolled a 9 exact. Excellent. And Adran, please give me your stealth check. And please keep in mind your actual rolls, please. So 23 for Thía, yes?
Yes.
And animal handling check for Dell. To see if you can have the mules at 20.
Good job.
The mules seem to sense. They're seeming to trust the reins a lot more. Possibly because, Adran, you notice that their eyes are rather red and bloodshot.
Oh no.
Who are?
The mules.
Oh no, they have something on them.
The eye rot thing.
Dell size.
Oh.
I can heal them of it, but maybe that would be best left for tomorrow. And a stealth check for Varin. As I almost forget my own character. Wow.
Well, he's not stealthing, you know. He just wants to take and roughshod in there, growl in their face.
Well, Varin actually just kind of like flexes his knees, bends down low, and starts gliding across the soil. So let's get some character tokens up. Wrong button. Adran, here you are. And Thía, you can arrange yourself as you wish. And I'll get some mules up there as well. It is getting, so it's now 4 in the afternoon, so it's getting on into evening. And as I said, there are voices coming from the other side of these dunes. They seem to be conversing in kind of a mash of languages. There are words that are from different languages that you actually know, Adran. Some Dwarvish, some Goblin, and all coming from different voices. You're able to pick up. What would you tell your wife if we could make it home? Tell her I'm sorry for that last time I fought with her. What about you? I miss my sister, my little brother. The voices do not sound hopeful. Thía, you're not able to pick up much of anything, sorry to say.
She didn't learn extra languages.
Right? She learned how to be good at stealth.
Mm-hmm.
What do you wish to do? And Varin picks up a little bit less than you do, sir. What would you like to do?
And these voices they're not coming from these caravan guards, they're coming from the humans that were captured?
Not sure where you got any of that. From what we can see, there are humans ahead of us. So they are standing with swords in hand. Some of them are wounded, tired looking. There's one person here who is standing behind all of them. He looks the most wounded, and he's just watching them with a sorrowful and apologetic expression since their backs are to him.
I would have Varin, who's probably the highest of us with stealth, go on in and see if they can figure out what's going on with this guy here.
That would actually be Thía. She has a 23.
Oh, Thía?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because she rolled a 9 on the dice, which means she gets to treat it as a 10.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
No, not a problem.
I am a sneaky
Varin,
thing.
Varin and Thea. Varin has a 22 and Thea has a 23. They are not aware of us.
Either or, go in and check up on this guy, find out what's going on, and maybe we can get him away from the guys with their backs turned to us.
They'll look at you and be like, you know, that arm that we found earlier? I could only tell you it was an arm. I'm not able to see that well.
The person standing here, his head kind of comes up a little, tilts his head to one side, and he turns and looks directly at you, Adran. And since we're not hiding behind anything, we're kind of all visible. And he stares at us for a moment, and Adran, with him having turned towards us, you can see he's armed.
He's armed?
Yes, he has weapons at his side. He kind of looks at us for a moment, sees that we're driving a cart and mules ourselves, and he says something in that kind of mishmash of languages. The few words you kind of glean are, "Don't turn around. Movements behind us." And you see the people ahead of him stiffen a little bit, but they aren't turning around, though their hands stray closer to their weapons. And then this person, hand on his weapon, steps out of the sand and onto the stone. And then he calls out to us, using words in a language that we don't recognize. What do you do?
No habla español.
Adran, you do speak both Dwarvish and Goblin, I believe?
Common, Elvish, and Goblin, it looks like.
Okay. You could reply in Goblin if you want. You did hear some Goblin words.
I would like to say back to them in Goblin. At least say to them, are you friend or are you foe?
The person here looks a little taken aback, and then over his shoulder to the rest of them, he says in Goblin, strict Goblin, "They speak Goblin, but they're not goblins." Then he looks back to you, still speaking in Goblin. "Hail, traveler, and strangers. You happen upon unfortunate times for us. We don't have much we can offer, but would you happen to be able to spare any water? Food? We're in desperate times."
I speak directly to him. Do you plan on attacking us if we offer you water?
I would actually do you a favor and warn you to stay away. We are beset by powerful marauders. They came at us, hit us while we were traveling, took us completely by surprise. They've slaughtered more than half our number. They came at us with weapons, monsters, beasts, a powerful hunting bird. We would warn you to stay away from us if you wish to survive. We will not last the night if they come at us again.
Do you know if they have any magic people or those that know sorcery?
I could not tell you. I did not see much of the fight. They hit us so quickly. Excuse me.
Are any of you up for a fight if we have our healer come and heal you?
Dell's going to... Wait, does Dell speak Goblin?
No, but I can always interpret.
He does not speak Goblin. He speaks nothing but Elvish. You have healing magic. That would be welcome indeed. Whether we wish to or not, we're going to make a fight of it. We are not so cowardly as to just lay down our lives, no matter how powerful the enemy might be.
Then perhaps we can join forces with you and your men, and we can take down this other army that has attacked you.
His knees briefly tremble, but he forces himself to stand straight. That would be welcome aid, I'm sure, but... And you look mighty well armored yourself, sir. But you are four, he corrects himself when he notices young Dell, who does not look in any way, shape, or form a warrior.
We may be few in number, but our attack and experience has been in the thousands.
Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion check. Persuasion. Where is it?
It's in your skills, near perception.
Oh, here it is, down here. Oh gosh, I'm at a -1.
Well, let's see what you got. That one. So here's the funny thing. You actually met the DC.
Wow. He's easily impressed.
More
like I actually pulled out in my pocket a piece of dice and rolled it in the stupid sand.
More like he's extremely desperate.
Desperate times, you'll believe anyone.
Or accept anyone. Alright, so we move into their area. We're going to leave the mules and cart where they are, I imagine.
I so badly want to roll again.
Just to see if you can get above a 0.
Indomitable!
That's for saving throws.
Had to try.
Do you tell Dell what your thoughts are?
Yeah.
Let me see.
So I tell Dell, hey, we're gonna do what we can to help these guys and heal these guys as best as possible.
He nods, he's looking at them. Let me see if he's got something good for this. Because he himself is actually very low on magical strength at the moment. But he can... Wow. That's a lot better than I thought it would. Hang on, I need to double check this spell and make sure I've got it right. Because I would hate to use it and then find out later I used the wrong spell. Almost there.
What spell is it?
It is Mass Cure Wounds. Choose up to 6 creatures, 30-foot radius. Regains 3d8 plus spellcasting modifier.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, it's a 5th level spell.
True. It's going to take 5 charges from his Staff of Healing. Alright, so which of you would like to roll me 3d8 plus 3? 3d8 plus 3.
I'm doing it right now.
Excellent. That takes 5 charges from his Staff of Healing. Alright, so 6 creatures of his choice receive 17 hit points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So that puts... let's see, him to 17. 17. Oops, too much. And this guy is to full. Almost full, and yeah, definitely full. So he takes his staff in both hands, holds it up, focusing on the 5 humans here, and a wave of positive energy washes out from the staff, not slamming into each of them, just coasting like a gentle caress into each of their battered bodies, healing most, if not all of them, to full health. And then he's going to look at you, specifically Adran, as he stows his staff. I can only use it once more, otherwise I'm at risk of losing it again. Alright, so, Adran, if you move up and assess the terrain with you can give me either an investigation or intelligence check. I will accept either.
On the terrain?
Yes, you're analyzing for battle, sir.
And move up. Alright,
In the gathering gloom, roll it one more time. Because, actually, no, wait, hold on. For dim light, you're dark vision, right? So you're treating it as normal light levels. My bad. 13. The remainder of the caravan have chosen as best they could, what seems to be a natural defensive position, with a dune behind them and flanking them. They have chosen the end of what looks to be basically kind of like a canyon between dunes. There are two dunes further off to the west, and a large dune to the north. From what they've told you, the enemy is coming from the northwest. And with them having mentioned a powerful bird of prey that is working with the with these marauders, that means there are 4 avenues of approach that the enemy can take.
Yeah.
When it finishes thinking, there's that approach, hang on, and then the almost directly west, this approach. Those are the 3 land approaches, and then there's the 4th from air.
Right.
You do have a ranger and a rogue who can both act as forward scouts.
True.
Dell, with his meager fortitude, is probably not the best of choices to have on the front line.
No. Definitely not.
Bringing him back out to get his... There we go. His hit points are now visible.
Okay.
How would you like to arrange us for battle, sir?
Well, let's see. All these guards here, they all have what? Swords? They don't have any ranged attack weapons?
I will double check. Yeah, they only have... they each carry 1 longsword and 1 short sword. They did have javelins. They have javelins no longer. And by the way, Thía, if you wanted to make sure, your sling zones should be at full.
Varin.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you 1 of my quivers.
Noted.
So that you have arrows to shoot and fire. Because I want you to use them.
Okay, let me mark that on my character sheet. So 4 quivers of arrows, so that's another 20, so I have a total of 45 extra arrows. And I will switch out my default sling for my fancy elven longbow.
Mm-hmm.
Taking it in hand with a slight bloodthirsty grin.
I've been holding on to these for too long, and I think they need to be used.
Where do you want me?
Let's see. Looking back at the map, what are these right here? These black mounds?
Those are the dunes.
Those are the dunes. Okay.
As a reminder to you, Thía, you can use the sand, especially the dunes, as an excellent hiding place.
And she'll also remind Adran that she's not able to see as far as she normally is.
Or as well.
Well,
distance isn't your problem. Clarity is.
She's going to put it as far because...
That's fair.
Because it just looks blurry after a certain point.
I'm probably going to want you, Thea, over here in this area. Probably,
so I can flank with people.
Yeah, so you can flank with the people there. So
Okay.
then you'll be in charge of the north region.
Okay.
I'll at least stay focused with the majority of the soldiers here for the northwest. But Varin, I want you positioned somewhere here on the dune because I want you to be able to look at the west point and also to be able to see the northwest point.
You want me as far out as possible or still fairly close?
Still fairly close, but I want you to just be like here on the dunes.
Yeah, as Varin turns and sets out, he mutters back over his shoulder without glancing. Define close.
About there.
Because you may recall, Varin can navigate difficult terrain, non-magical difficult terrain, with considerable ease.
Oh yes, he can. But I also want you to take one caravan guard with you.
Actually, on that note, I will assign caravan guards to both of your control. You can split them up to control however you wish.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, Adran could control 2, Thía could control 2, or 1 each, however you want to do it.
I'll have Thía control 1, I'll control 2, you control 1.
Okay.
So 1 to you, sir, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Okay. So I'll have you... So basically, they're going to roll their own initiative
Mm-hmm.
and act on their own turns.
Right.
You can move the tokens where you wish. Would you like to have access to their character sheets to press the buttons, or leave that in my hands?
I'll leave that part in your hands, but if I need to have them move somewhere, I'll let you know.
Okay, so you should now be able to move all of the tokens. Go ahead and try moving them at least 1 square.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Also, did you... actually, hang on. I went 70 feet because I used my action to dash. Oh, right, because I'm not... Duh. Might help if I use the select and move tool rather than the measurement tool. Varin, as he moves out, he's going to start gathering up some of the natural resources, plants, sand, dirt, mud, masking himself for his special ability. It's going to take him at least 1 minute. And as he continues to disguise himself to make himself blend into the land, he tosses back over his shoulder. Adran, I'll make sure they don't have an easy time drawing close on the ground. Oh right, that's why I can't move them further than that. Because I left the light settings on the wrong setting.
I definitely want Del back here. And then 1 guard to stay back here and protect him.
I'm on the wrong thing. Varin is going to... There we go, save. Perfect. Varin is going to bring one of the guards with him, but not past a certain point, so that he can use the guard more as a messenger rather than 50, 60, 65, 70. Basically, he's not intending to bring the guard too far with him.
Right.
And instead use him more as a messenger. So while you two are doing that, Varin's going to move all the way over here, leaving the guard behind for a moment, deliberately this time.
Yes.
Okay, I need to check my spell. And growth. Do I have to see? Nope, I don't have to see where I'm casting it. So, and I have a range, would have been helpful if I looked. 150 feet within me, within 150 feet of myself. As long as there's plants, so I can't cast it on that rocky area. And I am going to let you know, Adran, that there is some stony area that they're going to be able to cross with perfect ease.
Got it.
Unless Varin can find a way to make that rocky area unpalatable. Oh, my screen's having an issue.
Uh-oh.
Well, okay, it finally figured out what it was doing.
Oh.
Sort of. I'm gonna have to edit this out later. Anyways, while it's figuring itself out, Varin is going to go ahead and cast 150 feet out from him, maximum. That should be visible. Right, because I didn't make it visible. So everything within that red circle is plant growth. The plants themselves explode into rapid growth and become very difficult terrain.
Oh.
You right?
Yeah, I thought I clicked on something incorrect, and I'm like, nope, that wasn't me, that was you.
Varin's also going to go ahead and cast on himself Longstrider. Thea, you also have some rings stored in your ring of spell storing, if you wanted to use any of them for anyone. It's up to you. And then, right before he goes and hides, come on, Varin is going to ready a spell. So he's going to expend a spell slot to ready it. He has not cast it yet, but he is still concentrating. And then he's going to go ahead and hide with Mask of the Wild. Where is it? Hide in plain sight. Crunchy, crunchy, crunch.
Sorry.
For a total of 35. Varin is very well hidden. Longbow in hand and a spell on the ready. Where do you two want to position yourselves? Are you positioned well enough for what you want?
Yeah, I have a couple guards down here covering for Dell.
Okay.
We just don't
Thea?
have this guy able to move.
Say what now? Sorry.
This guy down here, I'm not able to move him.
Oh, the leader.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry about that.
I'm not
I
able to
kinda
hear
forgot about it.
Byron.
Say what, Thea? Thea, can you hear me? Thea, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Can Thea hear me?
I can hear Adran.
Oh, I can hear Thea.
Okay, let me reconnect. Thea, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Adrian, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Excellent. Sorry for that little glitch. Alright, so to clarify, sand, difficult terrain. Stone and grassy area, normal terrain. Red circle, plant growth, super difficult terrain. And Varin is hidden with a 35 stealth check. Thea, you could use the gathering darkness of night itself to hide because you are lightly obscured. Would you like to do so?
Yes. Let's
Okay.
do this.
Also, you should be able to click on the tokens of the guards and hit Control L, and that should allow you to see what they can see.
Okay, so Control L.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I see.
They are humans, they do not have dark vision, they don't have any source of light.
Okay. Do we
Okay.
want to set them up a source of light?
That is up to you.
I can always throw a little dancing lights out here.
You could. And if you set them out far enough, you might highlight enemies, leaving your allies masked in darkness.
Why do you think I'm way out here and nobody else is around me?
Do you wish to do that?
Or are you going to have a flaming blade?
I was kind of thinking about setting my sword to fire, but then I thought, well, I haven't done force in a while. I haven't done thunder in a while either, but I was wondering, since I have gust of wind, is that an element that I can use in my sword?
Wind, no.
Okay.
I think it's
sorry to say.
technically
Just
force.
was wondering.
If I had to assign a damage type to wind, I would call it bludgeoning.
That's fair too.
So that is an option, I suppose.
I thought if anything it was more force, but
Well, force itself is actually raw magic energy.
okay.
Excuse me. Whereas wind buffets you about.
Okay. I see how.
Yeah. So, I don't know. You're thinking about casting Dancing Lights?
Yes.
Okay. Are you actually going to cast it?
I'm going to cast it now, so where's my
You could
one sheet.
also do acid. You've not done acid in a bit.
Yeah, I haven't done acid in a while, so
And remember that Sanguine Nonetheless, I was wrong last time, Sanguine Nonetheless only is active for 10 minutes after you activate it.
yeah.
And you can activate it with a bonus action. Alright. There is, as we take up our positions and prepare ourselves, we do hear loud whooping and hollering and bestial roars out in the distance. It seems that there are people who are gathering themselves together for an attack. Excuse me. Let me get my things up here. I need to close that actually. That was the wrong thing. Shrink that. Expand this. There we go.
But yeah, I think I do want to ignite my sanguine with acid this time.
Acid. Noted. That does mean that you are not going to be producing light.
Right.
And Dancing Lights, you recall, is a concentration cantrip.
It is.
Alright, so they are not going to bother stealthing with this. That is very loud crunching.
I'm shocked that you can hear that.
I can hear it.
I can hear it too.
And I actually have my mouth closed on that one.
I appreciate that you have your mouth closed.
But if the
I would
mic
hope that you
is
have it.
close to your mouth, it's probably picking up the vibrations. And that was slurping.
I'm going to impose disadvantage for all attacks for the next 10 minutes. No, I'm just messing.
Oh man.
There is noise to the.
As
Go
his
ahead.
sword makes a really disturbing slurping noise.
Make sure I got my right things up here. So whatever I'm going to have us do is go ahead and, because they're not making a stealthy approach, it's quite clear that they expect this to be an easy fight. So you can all roll for initiative.
All right.
I'm aware of how much time we have left, so we're not going to get very far in the combat. That's okay.
Yeah.
And that.
Wow. That sucked.
We're doing
Oh my
lovely.
gosh.
It'll be fine.
That's gonna be great. And making sure I've got my right things up here, which I don't.
You guys make the
Close
first
that.
move. I'll bring in the rear.
I do not know what we're fighting. I'll follow you.
Come on. Excellent. I gotta get my buttons up and ready. Okay, almost there.
And this.
Yes, thank you so much.
That's a Dalek bean I'm eating.
Are you actually taking one right now?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Okay, almost got all my sheets.
I am down to 10.
And that should be reassuring. Okay, you already rolled for both of yourselves. I think I'm just about ready. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to start by rolling initiative for our forces.
Alright.
Once I zoom in so I can actually see our forces. Did you already roll for Dell?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me roll for Dell.
The animals are going to have an initiative of 0. They're effectively not part of the fight. Thank you for that.
Wow.
So those are all of our forces and Varin as well. Now for the enemies.
Well, those guys are gonna be mine. No.
I've almost got everyone. And that should be everyone. So let's bring up our tracker. Shrink that down. And sort. All right.
Did you get
We've
Dell
only
in
got-
there?
I will check for him in a second.
Because I rolled him at like an 18.
Did you click on his character token?
I thought I did, but I think I
right.
don't. I don't think I did.
No worries. Where is that for you? Yeah, you did roll him an 18. So now there he is. And I will let him be first there since he's more prepared. Okay, everyone ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Top of the round. Okay, and plant growth. That forces what movement? I need to actually see the numbers. It's like 4 feet for every 1 foot. Is that what it is? Oops. Checking.
4d4?
No, plant growth. Plant growth, not spike growth. Here we go. A creature moving through the area must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves.
Oh gosh. That's quite the difficult terrain.
So that is 20 feet of movement to move 1 square of 5 feet. 20 dash 40 60. So basically with dash they can only move 3 total squares. And then this creature doesn't actually get to go. Alright, so Dell's up next. What does Dell want to do, sir? By the way, alright, Adran, are you controlling Dell's actions in this, or would you like Thía to?
I was just going to be controlling his movements, but if Thía wants to control his actions.
Thía, would you like to control his actual actions, or movement, anything?
I'm okay if Adran wants to.
Alright, Adran, I don't think I gave you access to his character sheet, did I?
No, I just don't know what he can do and what he can't do.
Okay. I'll have you... Basically, he's going to stay back and be ready to heal. He has very limited magic strength or charges left on his staff.
Yeah.
So he's effectively out of options. The leader of the caravan, I believe you were controlling him, sir?
Leader of the caravan? Oh,
yes.
That's right. Oh, hey, cool. I can move him now. I was originally going to have him up here, somewhat close to me, but still somewhat in the distance.
It should be noted that he is very fragile.
Very fragile.
Yes.
Well, on that note, he's going to stay with Dell.
Fair enough. Alright. Gotta move my things here. Anything you want him to do, like take a dodge action, stay where he is?
Take the dodge.
Alright. Alright, who is controlling... Oh, I think that would be you, sir. That is this fellow right here.
Yeah.
The guard.
He is also going to be taking a dodge action.
Okay. In that case, we move once more to the enemy, who are still having a hard time approaching. Whooping and hollering notwithstanding. Where is this
They're
guy?
whooping in slow motion.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, this guy. Come on. Alright, who is up next? Thía, the guard standing next to you is up. What would you like him to do?
Dodge.
Okay. He is also looking around wide-eyed. He has no idea where you currently are. Okay. And he's going to move. Not as far as he can move. Right. There he is. This is a big map. Uh, 20, 40, 60, and then dash. 20, 40, 60. Someone out there has very good movement speed. So Varin is currently hiding somewhere. I need to double check his hide in plain sight feature. Okay, my timer just went off. Do we want to play to the top of the round and then call it for the evening?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Fair enough. We've got a little ways to go. So with hide in plain sight, I remain hidden as long as I do not take an action or a reaction. So I could use a bonus action for an action. It is already past the beginning of the round, so no one's going to be surprised. So the most that will happen see. You ordered me to use my longbow.
Yes.
So let's see. What even can Varin see? Well, basically up to there. So anything past that is hidden from him. So it's more a question of his actual range. That's within range. That's within, yep. And no. Actually, because of darkness and how far out they all are, you can make attacks with it. Oh, with at normal, all the way out to maximum range. So you remember volley?
Yes.
Varin's gonna use volley. Which is a little bit unfortunate that we can't actually see where I'm placing this, but let me see if I can arrange that. Come on. Well, it's thinking. If I place it here, that gives me 4 targets that I can shoot at normal. Unfortunately, it does mean that I won't get. Oh wait, that's going to waste my my action to use my no. Yeah, I'm not gonna volley. Not yet. Because if I use volley now, I'm going to lose my concentration on spike growth, which I cast already, and that would expend my spell slot.
Yeah.
Or has already expended my spell slot. So instead of using volley, bummer. What is the range on spike growth?
Isn't it like a 30-foot radius or something?
No, I'm looking for the range. 150 foot.
Oh.
So I see, I hear that people are heading in a direction. I'm gonna cast Spike Growth. I'm gonna release my concentration use my reaction to put out Spike Growth, revealing my presence. And fortunately, I don't actually have to see where I'm casting it. It just has to be within range. Which that is. So right there, Varin is now concentrating on spike growth. Okay. Thía, you are hidden. What would you like to do? You can, because of the darkness, you can also make attacks all the way up to your 600-foot range and suffer no effects of disadvantage or advantage. The only problem is if you hit, you will not get sneak attack.
Yeah, because I'm not good at seeing.
Well, this is more because you won't have advantage and there's no enemies of your targets out there.
Right.
Blinded by the light.
Or rather, blinded by my concussion.
Precisely.
I think what I'll have her do is I'm actually going to have her move just a little bit more north. She's
Okay.
going to be moving half of her speed. When she gets here, she's just going to tap on him just a little bit and show him that she's just going to be off here.
Okay.
And then I'll go ahead and roll my stuff again.
Are you using your action or your bonus action to hide? Because you could use your action to just go ahead and attack. If you want.
I could do that.
Or you could use an action to cast a spell from your Ring of Spell Storing.
Let's see, what do I have in that? I have jump, and a couple of long striders.
Mm-hmm.
How about when I tap him, I use one of my long striders?
On yourself and him?
Yep.
Okay, you have a movement speed of 45 feet. I believe the... nope. You'll just have to remember that he has a long strider on him. And then you can use your bonus action to roll me a stealth check at advantage, because you moved only half of your speed.
Yep. And I'll just write a note that I did, so...
Excellent.
My guard has long strider.
And when you're ready.
Okay.
Adran, you hear a familiar mutter of, Watch your step. Wow, 32 stealth. Nice, Thía. Oops. The guard you assigned to me, sir.
Yep.
All things considered, he's going to... Let's see. That's 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30. That should have been one more over. And he's just going to pull out, he's going to not ready. He's going to take the dodge action with his weapons in hand.
Okay.
Oh dear. Someone's about to walk into a dangerous area. I hope you're ready for rolling some dice, sir.
Got it.
So he's going to take the dash action, so that's 20, 40, 60. That was 3. Roll me 6d4, please. Spike growth is hungry. Feed spike growth. He takes 16 damage and screams in pain as his feet trudge through unexpected and nigh invisible thorns. You can almost imagine the fierce grin on Varin's face. Alright. Where is the next guy? This is the eastern guard of Del and the leader of the caravan, sir. You're under your control.
He'll just simply stay in the ready position.
Okay. Let's see. 20, 40. Taking the dash action. 20, 40. Yep, that's it for him. Adran, it is your turn, sir. Now, you said you activated your blade earlier, yes?
Actually, no, I have not.
Oh, okay. What would you like to activate it with? Or do you want to hold off on activating it until someone's actually near you?
I want to hold off on activating it, but I'm still not exactly sure which element I want to use.
Okay, you'll have plenty of time to think about it.
So, I'm just going to remain idle.
Just relax.
Just stay vigilant.
It's the early onset. No rush into battle here.
I'm just anticipating the next move.
Be ready to roll some dice, sir.
Yep.
20, 40, 60. Roll me 4d4, please. There's a curse of pain. And a bestial, deep-throated roar of a primal predator shaking through the night. Roll me 64, please. That is 17. There's a sound of splashing blood out there as something apparently gets bloodied. And finally, shrink that so I can see. 20. 40, 60, another 4d4, please.
Although one of the guys is really close to a spiky tree guy, so shouldn't he make like a Constitution saving throw?
Roll the 4d4, and while I look for who you're talking about.
Like this guy over here.
Hold on, my screen's slow. I'm having a massive lag on my player screen.
Ouch.
And I have no idea why.
Did you say 4d4 or 64?
4d4. Weird. Okay, So that's 10 damage. Wow, that's a massive lag. Okay. Oh, I see who you're talking about. Nope, they're not gonna make a oh, that guy. Yeah, I'll have him make a dexterity saving throw.
They're really close to the spiky tree.
And you're hungry for some damage. He manages to twist around the unexpected shape without damage.
Ah.
Alright, that is top of the round. Oops, sorry. I moved it one forward by accident. That's okay. We are in the onset of a massive battle. Pardon me. With a lot of enemies coming at us. Do you think we'll have what it takes to take them down without too much loss?
Well, things could always get worse.
Thía has something?
We haven't seen from a certain stalker yet, so...
And Varin did detect undead earlier. Just saying. Alright, well thank you both so much for playing. Adran, I'm going to put some color tokens on you to indicate who are under your control.
Okay.
And same for you, Thía. So red for Adran because it matches fire for you.
Mm-hmm.
Thía, what color do you want?
Orange.
Okay. Orange for you, and here's your... And you'll have it written down somewhere that you cast Longstrider on him, so he has a movement speed of 40.
Yes.
And I'm the hunter, so I'll take green. Remembering back to our forest days. Simpler times. As we wait calmly for the onset of this rampaging horde of desert marauders. Alright.
So, this is how it begins.
And we'll see how that goes next week. Thank you, fellow adventurers, for joining us once more. Please comment below to vote on what monsters you want to see Adran, Thía, and Varin take on next. You can vote for more than one kind at a time. Black Pudding, Blue Slaad, Ettin, Flameskull, Giant Ape. Thank you for watching, and I hope we'll see you again next week.